The unfolding drama of the boys' soccer team trapped in a cave in Thailand has captured the world's attention. As experts worked around the clock to bring the boys to safety, people have tuned in, refreshed their browsers, watched, and prayed. The saga in Thailand is only the latest entry in a long series of people being trapped deep within the earth. Inside Edition recently spoke to Emily Mobley, who found herself in a similar situation in 1991. Mobley was part of a team exploring a cave in New Mexico. When a rock foothold broke loose, her leg was crushed. It was a challenge to navigate the cave's narrow depths.
The rescue was about 4.5 days from the time of the accident until we got out.
In August 2010, a cave-in trapped 33 Chilean miners hundreds of feet underground, several miles from their mine's entrance. It took several days before rescuers could locate the 33 and determine if they had survived. Once the miners were found safe and sound, it took several weeks to work up a plan to bring them to the surface. The last Chilean miner was rescued in October of 2010, more than 2 months after the initial collapse. In the time since their ordeal, the miners have become celebrities of a sort, but some have also struggled with PTSD. The fame of the Chilean miners is rivaled by that of a single young victim. In 1987, 18-month-old Jessica McClure fell down a well at her aunt's house in Midland, Texas. A mining engineer helped lead rescue efforts, and after 58 hours, baby Jessica was saved.
She's alive. What a fighter.
Now 32, Jessica has no memory of the event, but her story has been told and retold countless times, including in a 1989 TV movie and in a 2017 People magazine series.
You can't take life for granted. You really can't, because then at any point in time, it could be gone.
In the baby Jessica incident, there were echoes of an earlier, much publicized well accident. In 1949, a little girl named Kathy Fiscus was playing with her sister and cousin in Southern California when she fell down an abandoned water well.
Drills, derricks, bulldozers, trucks, and 3 giant cranes were moved to the scene.
As her parents and rescuers rushed to the scene, the 3-year-old's cries could still be heard. Desperate attempts to rescue Fiscus over the next several days brought thousands of spectators to the well site. TV station KTLA was broadcasting live from the site for over 24 hours, one of the first times television had been used to report on an event. Rescuers had to tunnel 100 feet into the earth to find Fiscus, but it was too late. The little girl was dead. Gently, they retrieved her body. Her grave marker reads, "One little girl who united the world for a moment." Shortly afterwards, a country singer named Jimmy Osborne wrote a song about the sad event, titled "The Death of Little Kathy Fiscus."
They called down to Kathy, but she never did see.
2 decades before Kathy Fiscus, cave explorer Floyd Collins got a song too.
The fate of Floyd Collins, oh, let me on you well.
In 1925, Collins became trapped in a narrow crawl space in the Crystal Cave. It's now part of the Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky. The rescue operation was reported breathlessly in the papers and on the radio. But all the media attention in the world couldn't keep Collins from dying from exposure over 2 weeks later. His body was recovered days later. In a bizarre footnote, Collins's corpse was put on display in a glass-topped coffin at Crystal Cave, where it served as a tourist attraction for decades. Oh, and the name of Collins's song, "The Death of Floyd Collins."
I cried, oh, must I perish within this silent cave.
There are others who have been imprisoned in the earth. 9 miners in Pennsylvania who made it. A little boy in Italy who didn't, and on and on. Our fascination with these hells in the ground reaches back even further. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Plato, the Bible. There's something about being trapped in a dark and lonely place, be it a cave or a well, that seems to stir the popular imagination.